how was your pee break?
My pee break?
They might flash you unintentionally.
Random, baby.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Quite an intro.
Let's address the elephant in the room. That's not the elephant in the room. There's no elephant. Nobody cares.
I, too, am a thought criminal.
Good. Well, I like you already.
Does this look like a girl who's joking around?
No.
Around?
But how much do you actually understand money? Especially the new wave.
Beauty or intelligence? When you unleash both, it is men's kryptonite. Welcome to Talk to Me, Taylor. I have no idea what is about to come out of my head and my mouth. So buckle up, bitch, because it is all coming down like Kanye pre-anti-Semite. It all falls down. It is literally all falling down. It is falling down so much. Look at this. Look at this shit. I came on here tonight. You're on my head in my living room, okay? Because you may or may not have caught that it's literally all being torn down. Like, what's in my brain, how I've done this, and my set. So we are in a transition phase, like sans Ellen Page. And you are quite literally with me in the rubble. Like, I was going to make a Pete Davidson dad joke, but I'm not going to go that low. But yes, like, I even brought, this is like how much in shambles I'm in. And I guess all of us, truthfully. Because I had a talking to, well, actually, he had a talking to with me last week, David Gockstein, fine founder of this network. And I'll tell you about it, right? But I'm so, burning it all down, rising from the ashes. I straight up brought, like, my nail broke off. Look at this. My nail broke off before this. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, not only are they basically going to be in my sink, but they're going to see how rogue this is, that my nail quite literally fell off. And I was like, I'm not even going to put it back on. Like, I am going to make them my broken off nail personified. And here it is, because this right here is emblematic of it all. So the broken nail stays. So here's what happened. And we're going to get a little personal. And that's the other thing too. I've heard this so much lately. Like, you need to be, my whole life's work, 10 plus years now, be it interviewing the stars, selfie sticking on the red carpet, which, like, all these influencers thought, I will take royalties from all of your asses. Thanks. All of it, the op-eds, this show, all the iterations, cancel me, baby, of what I've done, has always been pushing up. Like, don't tell me what I fucking can and can't say. Like, sit down, try again. And pushing up against the narratives, the machines, and all this. And David had a talking to with me. Don't check that. Don't check that. Grammar. And he was like, Taylor, I don't feel like you're really saying what you think. I feel like you're holding back. So let's get some what I was saying before. Unlike a weave, which I no longer am wearing. You guys like this? You guys like this little bad boy? I'm weaving it right back. 2, yes, people saying you need to be more personal. And I'm going, okay, yes, I've bit my tongue. I perhaps haven't had the verbal word vomit annihilation that I am capable of doing in a blink. I do check it. But what the fuck else do these people need to know? I said it. I was like, what do I need to show my pap smear? Okay. I've talked about hooking up with other guys in my relationship with Rob, which he helped orchestrate. I've talked about that. I'm happy to again. I mean, at this point, like, because basically I am going to give my pap smear. Like, do you need a blood sample? I'm freezing my eggs. Do you need an egg? You get an egg. You get an egg. It's like Oprah. Like, what are we talking about? I've talked about, or maybe I will now for the first time, like 35, broke, in debt, freezing my eggs, which family and Rob mostly are paying for. Obviously without family, right? All those things. Don't even know if Rob and I are going to make it out of this alive. My whole family basically going, Taylor, what are you doing? It's been 10 plus years. You're 35. Like, time to pack up your toys and go home. So I'm thinking, what the fuck else? What else have I talked about on here? I don't know, go in the archives. So much shit. I'm like, what the fuck else do I need to know? But I think it's something deeper. It's like on some level, it's crazy. Even though my thing is so fuck you, anti-censorship, say the quiet part out loud. It's like I had this deep subconscious filter of not wanting to, of trying to say the right thing. What is the audience going to think? What is, am I going to piss this person off, that person off? Which I am going to talk about the episode I did last week with the Fauci Boy Scouts, basically. David tore me up about that too. He's like, you weren't saying, why were you so easy on these people? I know you weren't saying what you really think. And at this point, guys, I'm just going to be honest. I've railed so hard on the clowns, and I'm going to today. We're not done. We're not done. When I say I don't know what's going to come out of my brain, you guys know I normally have notes. Again, maybe actually trying a little too hard, contrary to the vibe. Guess what, bitch? Today, it's boiled down to, you can't even see it. Look, it's translucent, to this Post-it note. It is giving Carrie fucking Bradshaw without all of the insufferable big pandering. Okay, these are the notes here, so it's all just coming out. But it's crazy. It's like, because I was so ahead in the epicenter in LA, on the red carpet, doing celebrity interviews before anyone was doing it how they are. Now it's how everyone does it. At the cusp of, quote, influencer culture, cancel culture, all of it was a perfect storm. I saw it all so early. And I was like, my Cleopatra crystal tits are going to see through all this shit, right? Calling it out from the inside. And even in a way, it's still kind of weird for me to say, was, being called the celebrity whisperer because of all this by Playboy, 8 years ago, was sort of like an influencer before influencer culture was even a thing. And so I think what happened over time, it's almost like I got so frustrated and annoyed by the machine and the lack of authenticity, as much as these big bald fools like to claim, like, we love authenticity. Like, bitch, please, you like the next plastic Barbie fake get ready with me hoe as much as the next one. But it's almost like I, in my own way, became a very part of that machine and tried harder, tried to this keeping up with the Joneses. And I think even if you guys didn't realize it, like David Gokshin sees it, Rob has seen it. It's like you kind of saw through the bullshit. So that's a crazy thing. It's like I fell victim in a way to the very thing. I think because it's like I was always ahead, so I tried to scramble. No. Like, what about me? What about blah, 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 blah. And so now, as I am in my bare-boned kitchen, basically psychologically demoing the fuck out of all this. Honestly, just take a bold, honestly, strap me like Sandra Bullock in fucking 2 weeks notice, bulldoze this place out. It's like you guys are you're seeing it. Can you see the dust on my little side tip? Probably it may have a sleeker look next week, but the point is, it's the shambles. It's just the honest, I'm kind of in my mind. I'm like, okay, Taylor, you need to talk to these people literally like you are talking to Rob, like you are talking to your mom. Everybody gird your fucking loins. And that's the crazy part. It's like, what have I been trying to, all of us, hold on to so bad and so tightly, for fucking what? I have nothing. Rob said to me the other day, he's like, it's your Jerry Maguire moment. It's like, what the? Jackie Schimmel, what does she say? Fat, broke, poor. I'm poor, husbandless, almost childless, chasing a dream. And my family's looking around going, you've been doing that. When do we now move on? I've had psychological warfare with these people in the last 3 weeks. Like, you wouldn't even know. And so David Gottstein comes to me and he's like, I just feel like you're not giving it your all. You're doing this 1 day a week. And I'm thinking, and I finally said it. I was like, this guy, I'm like, you want to talk about mothers? No, I'm like, this fucking guy has balls. I'm like, my whole family is about to stage an intervention. Send me to, I'm clean. I don't do drugs. Send me to whatever place, get her, Demi Lovato, all these people went to. Someone help her, SOS. The amount of times I've been in, and this whole thing isn't going to just be the self-pity party, but fuck it. I don't know. It's what they say the people want. I'm going to rail in on influencers in the event I went to, which I was also going to hold back. I was way too fucking polite. And, the Fauci ouchies of it all and like that whole thing. But I'm thinking the amount of times, holidays, when I was with family, that I was hours in a coffee shop here, there, missing important things, embarrassing situation. You want to hear this? Okay, I've never said this publicly. Tell me about my wiener, Jonah Hill in the hot dog. I basically did that fucking job last year. I was on Broadway, even more embarrassing, with a fucking sign over my shoulders. I'm going, I've been at the Oscars. I've been at the Vanity Fair. I'm over here like a fucking slave, want my reparations in this humiliation porn to make a buck, because this ain't doing it. Since my carpet days, I've scooped coleslaw, ice cream, like a glorified fucking lunch lady, okay? As you may know, not that long ago, working at a restaurant, fine, but like basically being the dumpster in the dumpster fire, cleaning the dumpster, cleaning the toilets, all the shit, demoralizing. I'm thinking, what the fuck? My family knows this, by the way, which is why they're like, girl, like, is your health insurance, like, are you okay? Do you have like one last dangling tooth left? Like, what is good? And I think that's why I get so, even today, I'm glad I let the steam out the pot. Hi, David. On David's show. And I was a little hostile. I'm not going to lie. Watch it back. I was like, did you have to go that hard? Talking about influencers and influencer culture. And this is why it's like, I have such a chip on my shoulder. I'm the Tom Brady. I don't fucking care anymore. Okay. Because these poser, lame ass fucking, as I call them, the copy and paste robot. What are we doing? And I hate to be like, oh, woe is me. You could be thinking, bitch, you're just not good. You need to subscribe to the Cardone, the this, that, because maybe you need to get your ass out of stripper pole, or maybe you're just not good at making a buck. Fine, fair enough. But I'm going, I have showed up day in and day fucking out for this dream. Oh my God, I'm almost going to cry. David, what did you do to me? What kind of witch hex did your fellow Jew ass put on me? For years, that was like planted in my fucking soul before I knew any of this. Day in and day, I've sacrificed so fucking much. And this is the shit people don't tell you about. Why? Because they're flashing their fucking Lamborghinis or shit. Just literally fuck off. Like, fuck off. Fuck off with the fucking funnels and the this and the that. Like, are we joking? And David, I see you. It's funny too, because you asked earlier about Carson Daly. I mean, this just goes to show, right? I have videos when I'm like 12 impersonating him on like that big old school camcorder doing the TRL countdown. And what was so crazy was I ended up meeting him a couple years ago here in Nashville, and I told him the story, and he was hilarious. I was like, I have home videos when I'm like 12 impersonating you on TRL. He's like, well, all I did was say like, welcome to the countdown. Here's number 7. But it's moments like that have literally, this sounds so artsy fartsy and annoying, but whatever, that have kept me going. It's like quite literally living on a prayer. Like every little fucking thing. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not crazy. And that's what brings me to the influencer culture of it all. Because let me tell you, okay. So there's that. I don't know. You want to call it a pity party? That's fine. I don't care. At least I have this bomb new haircut to make up for it. Just look at the haircut. Just look at the haircut. I'll objectify myself. I've done it once. I'll do it again. You know, just look at the tip, whatever. It's fine. If it's what's like, if it's what you need to get through the day, I'm fine by that. Let's not forget the token fingernail. Okay. So, and I actually will take this comment here. When are you going to have Joe Francis on again? Joe and I have talked about doing season 2 of Undressed. So Joe Francis, guys, is the creator of Girls Gone Wild. He doesn't even hide it. I mean, he basically is what put Kim's sex tape on the map, like conspired with Chris. And I pushed back up against him, like not literally push my ass up on him, but like mentally challenged him. Like, what do you mean? And he's like, Taylor, do you see them suing me? Like, I have the documents. Anyways, he and I were doing a show called Undressed. It was like a modern battle of the sexes and so fun. And Joe is so great. Like, he's so crazy and unhinged. Rob and I went last year to his property in Mexico. And actually, you guys, speaking of like burning it all down and just putting out the real, I got food poisoning so bad. Like speaking of a hex, like some Mexican goddess witch came out of the sea and food poison. I don't know. Basically, I had food poisoning so bad. It was coming out everywhere. I thought I was dying. And like, I'm not even racist toward Mexicans really. So I'm like, what the fuck's the tea? Like, what did I do to deserve this? No, but I was dying a slow death. And there's our videos. Joe was like a one-man pharmacy. He's like, I got it. Don't worry. He comes in with like syringes, and there are videos. It is documented. Okay. I'm on my deathbed of him injecting like anti-vomiting medicine in my ass. They have yet to see those videos have yet to see the airwaves, but they do exist. But all that to say, I don't know when we're going to do, but it was so fun. And funny enough, it goes into all this. Joe is so known for being like rough around the edges, crazy, say what he's like an OG like Rob. Like he was on, Gutfeld and, all these shows and he's the Girls Gone Wild founder. I mean, let's fucking be real. And then, me being talked to me, Taylor, the, rough around the edges, say what I think, da-da-da. And it's funny because when we were shooting, same thing. Rob was like, I feel like you guys are both holding back. It's like we get in our head and it's like we're trying to, that's the other thing I think with all this. It's like I've given all of it literally hanging by a thread or one last fucking fingernail here that it's like I was trying to control so bad. The outcome, the audience, whatever, and it ended up getting in my way. But so I don't know with Joe. We want to do a season 2. Stay tuned for that. Okay, so the influencer culture thing. So David today on his show, which was so generous that after being on his network for a year, he finally was like, I think this girl has earned her stripes and she can come on my program to all my 12,000 viewers. Like 13, I don't know, but 12, let's do it. I'm like, wow. No, I have nothing but amazing things to say about David. I know we like bust each other's chops. He's just like that. He's like it's like me in a way. He's like a little leprechaun. He has a little smirk. You like can't help but kind of fuck with him. And I know he does the same with me. He like purposely tries to rage bait me. But I have nothing but respect and great things to say about David. And like and again, this is like the living on the prayer thing, but the fact that he saw, my mission, what I do and what I was about and like got behind it and platformed me in this way, I'll forever be grateful. And like, I'm so flattered by everything he said, truly, in all seriousness. But he asked me about, is everybody a content creator? Is everybody an influencer? Okay, bitch. Hold on, hang on. Let me just hang on. We got to get a Sophie Cunningham point in for good measure. This is for you. And you know who you are. You know who you are. When I say you should be fucking scared. You should be looking under your bed for me at night like Freaky Nikki. And it's not one you. No, it's a collective you. Okay. It is all of these influencers. Like I said, I was in it from the beginning. Like, what are you talking about? Who are you trying to fool, bitch? I have been there. Like when your little matcha latte, Oslo filtered post, like could never. But these people who literally have had their brains eaten by the algorithms, people I know personally who gave me the shaft once they crossed the threshold of, oh, wait for it, 50,000 followers, whatever, as if that fucking means anything. Okay. I've seen it time and time again. I thought it was the worst when I was in LA, but I went to an influencer event here a couple weekends ago, like a wellness female thing. And I called Rob and I ranted the wrath of death on him because he gets it. You guys are going to hopefully get it more too, but oh yeah, he got the earful. I said, these people's brains need to be studied. But again, I was just too polite. And I'm like, Taylor, you know what? You've had this chip on your shoulder. Maybe just put on a brave face and get out there with the people. You know, I think a part of my soul died that day. Okay, first of all, it's one thing that this toxic culture has eaten their brains. That's okay. That's sad. It's sad to me too, because on a creative level, you guys realize, right? I call it the robot trend. You guys realize you're performing and dancing like monkeys for some arbitrary tech bot algorithm who made this shit up for you. Like, you realize how stupid this is going to look, right? In however many years. But it's clout because you partnered with Skims or with whoever, I don't care, with Wendy's and her braids. Like, oh God, I said braids. Now the WNBA is going to come for me. Anyways, it's to me, what's completely deteriorated is the lack of human wherewithal. Okay. These people, they have no problem, first of all, telling you an oral dissertation of every follower, I go viral, every partnership, everything, I swear to God, your eyes would roll back so much in the back of your head, you would need a fucking exorcist to get back out into real life, okay? But then the minute, they don't even try to pretend. Like, literally, they are residing on their own planet of their mind and themselves. Like, the amount of self-importance, involved, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. And then the minute you talk about yourself, literally, you don't even get the second syllable of your fucking name. I'm Taylor. They don't even hide it. They're just looking at their phone, scrolling. Oh, me? Oh, hell no. I don't give a fuck. I'll look at them like this until they're done. I'll look at them like this. Like, are you joking? Where are your manners? What happened to the golden rule? Is that how you would talk to your mother? What's scarier is, these are going to be future leaders, women, mothers? Like, what are we? But on a personal note too, and this is why I grappled with even putting this out there, but honestly, I don't know what David did. I don't know what David did. I feel like shallow how. Like, what the fuck did he do that now is like no filter? Some of them were nice and bright, but what kills me, it's like these girls are fresh out of college and they aspire to be an influencer. Okay, so to be a marketing robot puppet for Reebok or Rob Kardashian sock company for all I care, or anybody, like, what? Go be a Christina Cook. I'm not telling you what to do, but I kind of actually fucking am. Like, what is the point? What is the purpose? Like, you have so much potential and you want to chalk it all up to doing a kiss duck face and a new outfit that Aloe sent you today? Like, it makes me so sad. That's what they aspire to be. They're teaching fucking courses and degrees and being an influencer. Holy shit. What are we talking about? And I remember I talked about the early days, even like the Lewis Howes. Like, I remember the Jay Shetty's who I met at the time when he was first blowing up. Like, great, real influence. And I wish that I could just laugh at it and be like, your guys' brains have literally all been eaten away. Like, the algorithm has sucked up your souls. I wish I could laugh if it weren't so fucking sad. This is the future. These are people roaming among us. Okay? And what's worse is the way that they talk and navigate and move. It's so vapid. And so I go viral for this. I go viral. What is the fucking sum? What is the anything? What are we doing? What are we fucking doing? It's so crazy to me. And the way that they talk, again, I think I'm so shocked. I don't know why, but I saw this in LA when it was starting. And LA is classic for that. How many times has it been talked about in movie, whatever? But now it's like, it's a certain language. It's a certain, they'll straight up fucking clothesline you, like Sophie Cunningham. If you have less than a certain amount, they have their own little language. Like, they don't give a fuck. They will be like, I swear to God, this is the shit that Karl Marx foresaw. This fucker shaking in his grave, like class system right here is what I was trying to tell you. We need to implement this shit stat. And it did make me sad because I have no tolerance for bully bitches. And the way that they're, these girls with 15,000 followers think that they can, I'm like, they're talking about basically like me right in front of me. Who cares? Guess what, bitch? Instagram can turn the light off. YouTube, this, that, tomorrow, you're dust. You're dust. You're fucking, who's the bad witch? Glinda, and who's the other one? You're the wicked witch. You're evaporated into a puddle. So what's the mark? What's the purpose? I talked to this one girl, broke my heart. And in a way, again, that's why I feel bad shitting on the whole thing, because she was like, thank you for paving the way. She was basically saying, I'm so vocal and passionate about politics, all these things, but I want to build a following and I have to keep brands and advertisers happy. And then what? Like, for what? Speak your truth. As David Gokhshtein told me, see, David, how it all comes around? My God, David Gokhshtein, like a modern Mr. Rogers, who would have thunk it? But it's just the way they move in the world. And again, yes, the self-centeredness, and to a degree, you can laugh about it. You know, like Ingrid Goes West, great satire, highly recommend. It's just being it and seeing it. It's like there has to be more. Like, there has to be. I swear to fucking God, okay? Godzilla could have come rip-roaring drunk in the middle of this venue. And it's like, run, bitch, run. You're gonna die. Godzilla is gonna grab your blonde ass and literally swing you around like this. They're so blindsided. They would rather go down elbowing you in the head and making sure they were live streaming or getting the best angle so they could put it in their fucking highlight reel that night. I'm literally not kidding. I'm not kidding. And so when I got back, it's funny because one of my loyal followers, John, and viewers, John, you know who you are, just before the stream, he sent me a Vulture piece, like basically saying influencers can't just talk about matcha and aloe and need to have more, whatever. And I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. Who cares? Who literally cares? And so when I got back from that influencer event, it's funny because, again, right, trying to like be in a certain thing and present it a certain way, I was like all fired up. And I was just like, this has got to stop. Like, it is literally a brain rot that nobody can get to the bottom of, I'm sure. Like, no amount of Wuhan labs included. And I got home and I shot this thing and I was like, ladies, and I was like trying to wrap it in the like facade of like, I'm just trying to help you, because I was like, maybe it's not a good look that I went to this and then I'm like shitting on all them. And Rob watched it. I didn't post it. This footage is like, I don't know if it won't come out and see the light of day, like the Joe Francis and needle in my ass. Not like that footage. But Rob's like, it feels totally fake. He's like, you don't want to help them? Because in the footage, I'm like, ladies, help me help you. Like, this is not working for you. Do you want to be this way? Find people interesting who don't have a big following. Trust me, they exist, you know? And Rob's like, it feels totally fake. He's like, you don't give a fuck if you help them. You think this whole thing is disgusting. I was like, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. So last thoughts on this is, and I have to make this quick because I have like a minute left, but my interview last week, okay, with those two people, some were behind medical journals, one was behind medical journals, all that, right? And they came out with the book, Internet Disrupting the Science, How the Internet Disrupted the Science. And, you know, I didn't know going into it. I was like, okay, are they going to be like the pro-mask Fauci, force vaccines, or the anti? Can't really tell. And it was the former. And you know, again, my whole thing has been like, we can have the conversation, we can agree to disagree, but I was biting my tongue. And every now and then I kind of scribes like a polite, like a girl on a first date. Like, I think like it was really stupid. I think that like forced max should be like illegal. Like, you know what I mean? But inside, I was like, this is the biggest bullshit ever. They were right about certain things, like everyone thinking they're an expert in all this. But when they said stuff like, even like my friend, Dr. Robert Malone, like a scientist trying to be a quote unquote celebrity, I don't trust that. So it's like, okay, so certain people should be heard and not like the whole thing. And now that we're seeing what we are with Fauci, not that I wish that I ripped them like new assholes, because that's not my MO. It's not really even my MO in real life. I'm actually like very non-confrontational. But for me, what I would push back going, they move the goalposts, like the force. It's just complete and utter bullshit. The fact that anybody, everyday people, never mind accomplished expert scientists of notoriety, getting exiled from society. You can't participate in society. Like, it's giving Hester fucking Prynne scarlet letter if you merely ask a question. I know I did. Shit. I had to pack up quite literally and leave LA. I was in the land French Laundry adjacent in LA. It destroyed my livelihood. Granted, I'm glad now because things panned out how they did, but that was one of the darkest moments of my life. I had to move back home with my parents in Connecticut. Like, I'm like, after all this, like, I'm back here. So I get it. I was calling it out and these people too, they're like, oh, the my body, my choice thing, and the collective, the yada, yada. Like, what are we talking about, bitch? You all said if you get the vaccine, you won't give or get it. Well, that was fucking false. How about the mask thing? What are we talking about? A sock and that a guy jerks off to or in is more effective. They were proved to not work. Well, yeah, a cloth mask. And anybody who even questioned was, again, punished. Like I said, exiled from society, couldn't even participate in their job, their work, school. These kids fucked up now. I guess Dr. Falsey, that's fucking hilarious. So I guess all that to say, I didn't say it in the moment, but I said what I said now. And with all of this, again, I know that this has been like my hill to die on for years, to say to fucking go up against the machines, to ask the questions, to say the real. And yes, just like my Playboy feature was a little ahead of what I actually did. It's like I foresaw it. Maybe I'm a little like clairvoyant. I don't know. Be careful. I'm probably watching you right now and watching. You don't know. Taylor's always there. Just like I foresaw in a weird way the Carson Daly thing. Playboy, same thing. Tits out, brain out, my feature. I didn't really start living that until years later. And now, same thing. I've talked about this for years. Like, you can't box me. You can't tell me what to say or think. I'm saying the truth. And now, again, maybe better late than never, actually fucking doing that. So even if this was a little rough around the edges, even if I did have a little bit of that micro, maybe a little baby filter in there, we're getting there. We're getting there. And speaking, last thing, guys. Okay, throw a girl a bone. Throw a girl a bone. Do I need to tell you my coleslaw scooping story again? Again, I told David Goxie this earlier. I have the receipts. Do you think I come lacking receipts? I have the photos. But if you didn't feel sorry for little old me, Taylor, enough, the least you could do, throw a girl a bone. Speaking of tits out, brain out, I have my first piece published in the huge women's magazine Evie, which I'm obsessed with. It is tits out, brain out. I describe them as like a modern, smart female Playboy. Like, they're not afraid of smart ideas or like beautiful women tits out. They get shit. They're good because they get shit from like the lefty progressives and the trad wives. So I had my first piece published in Evie. So what your ass needs to do is you need to go to Evie on Substack. You need to give a little heart on my piece. You will see. You can't. I'm sitting in lingerie on a park bench, for crying out loud. Okay. I mean, do I need to be pick me any fucking more? But yes, go give it some love. And can you handle the truth? Can you handle the truth? I had the words written on my bikini photo walking on a crosswalk that David liked to point out today. But again, maybe it was a little ahead of where I actually was walking. And I'm asking now and kind of telling you to brace yourselves. Like, Can you handle the truth? Ask the question, push up against it. If it is this bullshit quote science, if it is this bullshit media influencer, whatever it is, who fucking cares, guys? We're out here broke, existentially spiraling, in debt, freezing our eggs. Family thinks you're like, what the fuck? What is happening here? What the fuck do we have to lose? Let's go. I will see you. We're starting next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7. I have to be my own bat mitzvah DJ because I don't have like that cool sound effect thing like David. Oh. I, and this swanky new haircut. We will see you here Monday at 7. Be there. How was your pee break?
My pee break.
It might flash you. Understand?
Random, baby.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Quite an intro.
Let's address the elephant in the room. That's not the elephant in the room. There's no elephant. Nobody cares.
And I too am a thought criminal.
Good. Well, I like you
Does
already.
this look like a girl who's joking around?
No.
messing around?
But how much do you actually understand money? Especially the new wave.
Beauty or intelligence? When you unleash both, it is men's kryptonite. Welcome to Talk to Me, Taylor.